1.5 and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and MzWTT, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time.
Hey y'all, come on in. Let's go.
I got the time of the day because you know that I be working.
Wait till I tell y'all whose song this is, though. Wait till I tell y'all whose song this is. Well, and I need to charge that. A reminder. It's my whole brother, y'all. I didn't even know that this man was making music until I went on vacation. Help me explain. Y'all, it's trying to mess up the jam. Just listen to the chorus. Okay? I just have to give y'all a snippet. First off, I'm going to be sharing the link because, like I said, I did not even know that my brother was making music at this particular point. And I'm like, how didn't you come to me? And you know that I love to promote the artists. So all of my indie artists, I need you to get in tune with me, okay? Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. And boy, do I have a show for you. Y'all, my special guest, okay? Look, we talking about all things beauty tonight. We are talking about healing, okay? We are jumping all the way into the conversation. Who do I have over here in my comments? Hey, auntie, what's up, girl? How you doing, honey? Thank you for checking in with me tonight. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. Okay, we're on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere that you are. Okay, that's where we are. So make sure that you're following because I share all of the updates for all of my special guests that come on the show and for any of the businesses that want to promote with me. So make sure that you all are following if you haven't already. Okay, and if you liked the song that I was playing, despite of the fact, you know, I don't know what's in the air, but I feel like today things have been trying to go wrong. And I'm like, you know what? We just gonna pivot. We're just gonna pivot, okay? But if you were into tonight's song, that was CEO DJ, okay? And that was rude. So make sure y'all get in tune with my brother. Go and support his music. Now, before I move any further, I have to shout out my all my listeners that are tuning in with me from Chicago, Jersey, Philly, and Houston, okay, as well as on our Facebook and YouTube live stream that we have right now, okay. I just appreciate everyone. You know, we're in fourth quarter, and as I look back and I reflect on the fact that at the top of this year, I mean, you could not have told me that people were going to be able to listen in Jersey and Houston and all of this expansion for the show. So it's a blessing to have new supporters and new listeners for the Blueprint Live because for my guests that come on, for the people that listen, it gives us a more well-rounded experience, right? We are stepping outside of the bounds of the Chicagoland area and really, really making an impact and getting these businesses and every guest that comes on the show in front of the eyes as well as in the ears of listeners from all over. Okay. And y'all stay tuned because I have some announcements for some other radio markets that are going to be added on. So I'm super excited to make that announcement soon. And of course, where will we be without our radio partners? Okay. Shout out to Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. Okay. As you know, you can catch the Blueprint Live pretty much everywhere, but these are our radio partners, our FM stations where the Blueprint Live, because I can't talk tonight, is broadcasted. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you're sitting down, you're on a plane, wherever you are, you can tune in. Okay. And last but not least, shout out to my amazing sponsors. Okay. My amazing sponsors, Black Dollar Days, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. And look, a little birdie told me that Paris Ice Bar has made her way back to the Chicagoland area for the weekend. So you all have to make sure that after tonight's show on Facebook that you go and you follow everybody that's hyperlinked. Okay. You got to follow my special guests. You have to follow the sponsors, especially Paris Ice Bar, because I know she's going to be somewhere this weekend cooking up some good ass cocktails. So get in tune. Okay. Tonight's topic, now let me tell you, we're going to be talking about, and you all have heard it, and when I tell you, you're going to be like, MzMetchi, we heard this already. But we're going to talk about it here tonight. This whole thing surrounding the first date. Ladies, let's have I want us to have a real conversation. Okay? Because when did you all like move the goalposts? I just want to know how I missed out on it. Okay. So tonight's topic, we are talking about first dates. Okay. We're talking about the do's and don'ts and apparently where you can actually be taken on the first day. Because ladies, I need y'all to get in tune. Because see, for me, I'm just like this. I'm like, Lord, did I do it wrong? Did I do it wrong? Because I think my first date was like at like a taco spot with some $5 margaritas. So I'm just like, did I do it wrong? I just want to know how the ladies are doing it in 2023. So that's what we're talking about. But look, it is time, and I want to go ahead. I want to set up everything for my guests today. If you all have been following me, you all know that I am bringing on our special guest tonight, Rebecca Wilson. She is the owner of the Riveting Salon. Okay, she is a licensed cosmetologist and a hair loss specialist. And this woman, I'm so blessed that we just recently came in contact with one another. But I had an opportunity to just see her face to face. You know, I love meeting everybody online, but it's always really, really nice to get together with the girlies and all these new people face to face. And I met her in person at our induction, and I, just let her know. I'm like, girl, I'm excited to have you on the show because we hear about and we talk about so many things week after week within the beauty industry. And I'm really, really excited to bring you all someone that has, y'all, look, the resume is heavy. Okay. If it was like this, it's like I'm struggling to carry it. This woman has all the credentials and she is going to be dropping some knowledge tonight. So Rebecca, if you good, can I get a thumbs up if you ready, girl? She's ready to go. Let me go ahead and bring in tonight's special guest, Rebecca Wilson.
Hey.
Girl, look, we back.
Right.
Girl, look, I was telling the listeners about everything that you do and just how excited I am to have you on tonight's show. Girl, you got it going on.
I'm trying, girl. I'm trying.
I
So
know.
push through.
I know it's definitely a push. So I was letting them know that you are the owner of the Riveting Salon, but that, you also, outside of just doing cosmetology, you have a specialty within hair loss. And I wanted to know, Rebecca, I do want to know a little bit about your journey of how you got into cosmetology, but can you kind of walk me through that and then how you became a specialist when it came to hair loss?
So immediately after high school, I was in a real bad car accident where I was in a coma for 7 days.
Oh my God.
And I had a full ride to school, and it was one of those things like to avoid being depressed. My mom let me sign up for nail school. So I originally was a nail technician through Dudley Beauty College.
Okay.
And I just fell in love with the industry. It was already something, you know, brewing. My mother was a Mary Kay consultant, all of these things. So
Okay.
um, fast forward, I still continued on my collegiate journey, and
Mm-hmm.
I ended up in Atlanta where I attended Paul Mitchell the School at Sani, which is
Okay.
like the number one Paul Mitchell school in the country.
Okay. Come on
So
now.
fast forward, it just kind of led me. I ended up going back for my instructor's license. So
Mm-hmm.
Riveting Wellness Spa and Salon was just my salon concept. And
Okay.
during COVID, I took a pivot. We were
Okay.
furloughed from teaching. It was just like so much drama being in the schools, especially when you are an instructor from the heart, because we know as what do you want to say on the client side, right? You
Mm-hmm.
hear all the complaints about coming shampooed and the new booking and how
Yeah.
just the new stylist. So it's kind of hard to exist in that environment when you desire to cultivate, you know, the next generation of true professional cosmetologists, not just stylists and people who do hair, right? But
Right.
your cosmetologist is somebody that should be working directly with your doctors and people like that, right? Because we're the first people to see these signs when your hair is shedding, when your nails start to change colors. These are all like signs of health conditions.
Yeah.
So during COVID, a lot of my clients post COVID were suffering with hair loss, things like that. It was always something in my plan, but I got serious about it. And I started my trichology program at National Trichology Training Institute in Stockbridge, Georgia.
Okay.
So there they taught me how to like test blood types, how to teach people how to eat according to their blood type, talking about all the autoimmune deficiencies and things that cause this hair loss. And COVID is definitely a fact. People don't know, you know, like they just like
Really.
after COVID, they were losing hair. So that was my pivot. I just really got into the wigs. My day job, I am a wig master at Chicago Shakespeare Theater.
Okay.
So my last production I wrapped was Beauty and the Beast.
Yay!
Yes. So just
Wait a minute,
taking
girl.
all
You can't
those
just run through that.
things.
Stop. Wait a minute. We gotta take a moment to celebrate you real quick. You just tried to breeze past that. You like the
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So we're working on 12 nights now. That'll be the next production that's coming up. But just taking control of my destiny is kind of how I ended up there. I no longer just desire to be a stylist, you know, behind the chair. There's so many
Yeah.
trends that come and go, and I got to the point where I was like firing clients, right? Where it's like, no, I don't want to do that to your hair. That's not suitable for your hair, but everybody wants what's on the gram or what's going on, you know. Or what I found with a lot of people struggling with hair loss is the temporary fix is more important to them than the long term regrowth of the hair. And a lot of that is to do with uh, social issues, you know what I mean? Acceptance in the workplace, acceptance in the bedroom when you talk about intimacy,
Yeah.
all kind of things. So it's just much deeper than hair loss.
Yeah.
So recently I won my first business pitch competition with
Okay.
I think it was Unlocking Greatness or Greatness Unlocked. It was through Bill Winston's church. So
Yes.
$30,000 in 3 minutes.
Oh my
So it was a
God.
pretty good win. Yeah. So
Yes.
it's propelling me to move forward with the actual brick and mortar and different things, kind of get out of that salon environment just because I
Okay.
need a more private location to service my guests.
Okay.
But ultimately, that's how I ended up here. So it's been a 16-year journey. It didn't happen overnight.
Okay, okay. And you know, can you like where you since you have moved and you've been in the Georgia area, have you been able to come back and like, you know, use your skills here back home in the Chicagoland area, or has it strictly been
So I relocated back to Chicago just before the pandemic hit. So that was another one of my reasons for my pivot. Like I was just grasping for straws, right? I moved back
yeah.
maybe October 2019 and the world
Okay.
shut down by March of 2020.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
you know, I was with a pretty big company at the time. And it just gave me an opportunity to kind of take that mental break. I think all of us kind of did during COVID, whether
Yeah,
it was consciously or subconsciously. It gave you the time to kind of examine what you were doing and kind of replan and revamp.
absolutely.
So, um, my mother was, she went through the COVID battle, all of those things. So it gave me a lot of time to be a direct caregiver as well, but also really put the thought that needed to go into my business plan and like start grant writing and doing things
Yeah.
that I just thought were out of my reach. And then I all of a sudden had time to really put the mental energy toward those things.
And dial in. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know what, the key word that you said, and
Hmm.
this is
Yeah,
something, the word pivot. I typically, I use it so much as far as what I've had to do, and I hear it so often from all of my guests that come on. And I think that sometimes that's kind of like what separates the visionaries with, people that may not think like that, is that, what, we know how, when our back is against the wall, to really take that and say, what, instead of me just sitting and sliding down this wall, I got to take this and propel myself forward. So I'm always like,
absolutely.
kudos
What's next?
and cheers, for the next
What's
move, because it's like that's how our minds think, right?
What's next?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, it was a little bit of a lag, but I wanted to ask you, Rebecca, in terms of, with your clientele that you see, I would imagine that it's an extremely emotional exchange when, when they're coming to you. How do you kind of manage and navigate as far as that part? Because I'm pretty sure everyone comes to you with a story.
Absolutely. So the beginning things were just kind of that whole concept of faith, right? Like God will make room for your gifts. If you use them, they'll feed you. So it
Yeah.
was just like people were attracted to me, like, oh, I know you can regrow my hair. It's like, what about me says that I can, but it's just I've been told like my patience with people.
Mhm.
I really do pride myself in my having personal relationships. So be
Yes.
it a client comes once or twice a year, I tend to just remember little special things about their story and things like that. So I think just that getting back to the basics, that this is the
Mhm.
service industry. And I
Yes.
think that it has become so lucrative that people just kind of, sorry about my
No,
background.
you're fine. Look, we dialed in.
People
We dialed
people just have started to take the client for granted, right? There was a point in
I agree.
cosmetology where your stylist before social media serviced the whole family, right? Because if auntie went there, she referred her sister and the cousins went. So it was like this thing
Right.
that your reputation and, it had to mean something, the quality of your work, because it was all about word of mouth. Now we have a situation where people can just kind of like a few of your pictures. They'll fly across the country for your work, never see you again. So it's
Yeah.
just bringing back that personal, setting that level, and then letting them know that I'm there for the journey. So sending them to get particular type of bio testing from their doctors, which
Okay.
automatically raises a red flag for the doctor, like, oh, okay, well, who are you working with? Because now we're able to exchange information about what's going on internally and what I'm seeing in your hair.
Yeah.
So people want solutions, they want help. Like, when you wake up in the morning and your hair is coming out in globs and it's on your pillow, you're not calling your doctor, you calling your hairstylist. That's the
Exactly.
first person you think of. So just taking pride in that, I always tell my students, like, we're licensed by the same board that license all of your nurses and doctors. And it's for a
Absolutely.
reason. But some kind of way our industry has gotten away from that. And a lot of the hair loss that we see is induced by stylists. It's happening behind the chair.
Mm. Oh my goodness. I, and I really wanted to know from your perspective, because and look, and I did want to put up what Sarita said. She said she seems so genuine. She is.
Thank you.
She is, but okay. Naturally, I'm sure that you're on social media just like we all are. What is your opinion of the stylists that they are like, they have all of these lists of demands of how the client needs to come, like, as a real stylist, how does that, what does that make you feel when you see it?
I'm definitely empathetic to the customer, right? But I do also understand the stylist position, right? We've gotten where the scammers are real, right? Even with my
Look,
own style, seating things like I get random, like just scam, like, oh, I have 15 girls. Do you think you can fit them in? Or you have where
right.
someone salon and the stylist doesn't work there, right? But they're collecting these $150 deposits, all of these
Oh,
things. Yeah,
that's a new one,
so
Rebecca. I didn't know about that one.
yeah,
What?
it's happening. So I do get it, right? You have the client that books. Clients will call you 3, 4 days in a row, have you doing 30-minute consultations on the phone with them,
Right.
reviewing what to buy, what to do, this, and that. And then they no call, no show. So the booking apps
Amazing.
and things like that have offered us a blanket of security. However, I think it's just like everything else that we're witnessing the evolution of, right? Is
Mhm.
that if we're not careful as a society, right, we can lose this human kind of feel that we have to
Interaction.
things. And I think that that's kind of what people are witnessing, not just in our industry, but even with the medical field, right? Like
Right.
during Zoom, who would have thought that you could just now log on for your doctor's appointment or log on for your,
Right. We
figuring
could have
out
been
how
doing
to
that a
keep
long time
that.
ago.
But just figuring out how we keep it above water, like how do you still connect and you know what I mean, are taking good notes where you're tuned in with what you have going on. So, I mean, it's like a 50-50. It's a double edged sword. I know why we take the deposits, I know why we're requiring all of these things, but then it's also, we have to take some accountability that is falling short somewhere because people don't feel that they're getting the services that they pay for. And the
Exactly.
prices have become astronomical with inflation, like everything else. You know, so I look at it now, I don't take it for granted that the clients that come into the salon in 2023, it's a
Mhm.
luxury. It's
Yeah.
a luxury. People have learned to DIY, do a little at home. You know,
Yeah.
no one is just coming to give you $200, $300 twice a month just
Right.
because, right?
Right.
So
And I'm
that's my
I'm gonna
take.
get into because I want you to see some of this love that they showing over here in the comments. Okay, so Rita
Aw.
said we need more people in the hair industry like this. I agree. Rebecca for the win. Okay, she said you can truly tell she is compassionate and passionate about what she does. Absolutely. Let's
Aw,
see.
my cousin.
Marcus, I know, right? They so sweet. Look at y'all. Good hairstylists and barbers are a necessity. I'm willing to pay ahead of time and more when I get good service. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I just want to know, if you can just give us an overview of all of, just most of the services that people that they come to you specifically for at the Riveting Salon, because we trying to bring more clients your way. Good clients, okay?
Absolutely.
We want
No,
good clients.
I pride myself in being a full service stylist. So that was a big thing in me choosing my cosmetology school, right? I think we have this concept of like white hair, black hair, and I look at hair as texture, right? You got
Hmm.
cotton, wool, silk, and you treat them all differently.
Yeah.
So I service all hair textures. Some kind of way during COVID, I got these group of old ladies.
They found you.
So I do
They
have a
found
little
you.
bit of a senior clientele. They're going, they did, because that they miss that genuine feel of like what you don't get in the salon anymore, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I offer cranial prosthetics. That would be one of my services that I'm able to bill through insurance. So if someone is a veteran and they have VA benefits, their cranial prosthetics or wigs, as we know them, is free of cost to them. I'm working on my credentialing with Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, and Aetna.
Okay.
So those are all of the things that are available through insurance. But custom wigs, color cutting. By teaching cosmetology, I've kind of versed myself in everything at this point. But
Yeah.
definitely.
And I just want to know, Rebecca, if you could speak, to anyone that may be tuning in that is also within the industry on the importance of keeping their education and everything up to date and, and staying on top of their licenses, because I don't think that people talk about that enough either. So can you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Absolutely. So it's just like when you walk in that Pepto Bismol pink salon, right? Like you
Right.
know that she's not offering the new and what you want. And that's the same. I think a lot of stylists, get very comfortable
Mm-hmm.
with like, oh, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. But just like technology, right? The technology in our products changes. So I know
Correct.
like through the early 2000s, we saw a whole lot of ion and ionic this and that.
Okay.
Well, that's when you get to the science of hair, the charges, negative and positive. What is really, preventing heat damage, blow
Okay.
drying it faster, and things like that. So I think that it's very important for stylists to not only take classes that keep their skill level above water, but
Mm-hmm.
also product knowledge because products change, these companies
Absolutely.
change. So it's just a matter of like really being a master of your craft, and you should want to take classes. You should want to know
Absolutely.
what's going on. Constantly, it's evolving every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, girl, look, you dropping some gems on us tonight. Look, y'all didn't know y'all was coming for this education tonight. Rebecca is schooling the girlies and the guys that are in the industry. And you know what? The thing about it is that everything that you said is important. It's totally important. And I just, before we close out tonight, Rebecca, and I want to tell you this, and I wanted to make sure that I said this to you while we were on air tonight. I wanted to tell you how incredibly strong I think that you are. Um, just in the time that we've known each other and knowing what you have been going through in losing your mother just recently. I reached out to you and I'm like, girl, do you need to postpone? And when you messaged me back, I said, this girl is an absolute warrior because you didn't had a lot going on these last couple of weeks, but I just want to tell you, you so strong, and just your spirit and everything about you, it's all things that are good, sis. And I'm sending you all of my love, all
Thank you.
here because um I mean, everyone on the show, I talk about it all the time. And tomorrow is actually the anniversary of when my mother passed. And I just, when you sent me that message, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Rebecca. When I reached out to you that day, I wasn't having a good day about, you
Mm,
know, about my
mhm.
loss. And when you sent me a message back, I said, you know what? I said, well, I need to push through too. I need to get up out this bed and keep going because I'm like, if she can get up, and this is very, very recent, this is fresh. I'm like, I know I can get up. And I just want to send you my love tonight, sis, because you are so strong. My
Thank
God.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And look, and just know
Yeah.
she's proud of you. And I know you're working and you're doing a lot of things or whatever the case is, but it's just like, girl, like I wanted to just tell you that from my heart to yours for sure.
Thank you so much. I just kind of live by the motto that success is definitely when preparation meets opportunity.
Hmm.
And that is the biggest difference in people that you find, like you say, the people sliding down the wall, right? And the people who
Yes.
just get up and decide to pivot is just that tomorrow is not promised. Death is definitely a part of life. I'm
Yeah.
grateful that I got to spend so much time with my mom in her last days and really caring for her. I think that that gives me a bit of closure.
Absolutely.
We were able to have those hard conversations down the girl how she wanted her funeral and what would be in her obituary, just like all these crazy
Girl, those
conversations.
be the
But
craziest conversations for real. You just like this. You like, I don't want to hear it, but it's like I'm listening, but I don't want to
yeah,
listen to this. Yes.
hindsight though is a part of that healing we're talking about. So
Yeah.
just that understanding that everybody is going through, everybody has something or someone they've lost, or just especially in these last 3 years, like
And
no
crazy.
one is above, you know what I mean, the tragedies of life. Like I'm like the old
Yeah.
people at this point, I know this the last days, girl.
Girl, because don't you feel like you went like in 50s or 60s? Like I'm just like this. I said we done lost everybody. Like it, and when you said like the last couple years, I mean, I just felt like it was just like back to back to back to back. And then it's like, I don't know about you, my family's a little bit smaller, even on both sides. So it's like you feel each and every one of those losses. It hits you
Mm,
personally. Oh,
absolutely.
girl.
I'm an only child, so I definitely understand the small family aspect. I'm only child. I have an only child. My
Yeah.
grandmother was an only child, so my mom only had her one sister and brother. So we're definitely a small family.
Yeah.
Um, But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of my experiences, and I think that that's the part of healing. Um, people don't really talk about is it's okay to feel the sorrow. It's okay to, I always describe it like it's like ocean waves, right? Some
Yeah.
days the white caps you can float with them. It's a good
Yeah.
day, and then some days you like they taking
I'm
me
going
under.
hanging on. I
So
kid you not, Rebecca, I live by the mantra, and they will tell you, allow yourself to have a moment, an episode, or a season, but don't stay there. And
absolutely.
grief, we know that is something that sticks with you, and it comes in waves. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct as far as that's concerned. But it's all about kind of flowing with those waves. And I really just appreciated you for being able to push through and come on and talk about all of the things that you were doing, because let me tell you, when you sent me your stuff, I was like this. I said, "Oh, I'm like this." I was like, "She is about to come on and school these people." Do you understand? Like, they need the education. Everybody just thinks sew-ins, faux locks, and all the other stuff. I'm like, no, baby, it's way more stuff with our hair.
That's back to those classes. I think people get that, that one tool in a toolbox, and it's like, oh, I can do a sew in and I can charge this. So everybody getting a sew in, and it's like, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But I have definitely been drawn to you for some time. You have been putting in the work, if I may say that, while we're live in front of everyone.
I
And
love it.
being at your induction was just a beautiful night. I was happy to be there to support you.
Thank
Um,
you.
you always giving the girls a look, I think that you should do some modeling.
Girl, stop. Stop
The
now. Look, I'm
face is
about to grab
always
my
a
book.
beads, honey. Always
Look,
giving me
I
your
be trying. I'm like, this the
outfits. I'm
beauty.
like, can't wait to catch up with my passport. Got to catch up, But
Girl,
I'm
come on. Look,
admiring you.
we outside.
Um, but definitely, I'm blessed to be a part of this. I'm thank you so much for having me on your show. And I would love to do some work moving forward. Any philanthropy or anything that you have going on, just keep me in tune.
Look, sis, I definitely will. And I'm so grateful to have met you too. You are just absolutely amazing. And I know that all of the things that you are setting out to do, I know that it's gonna be done. And I'm thankful that I get to, just be a witness.
Witness it. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
absolutely. Now look, before you leave me, because I put it here for everybody, but just in case if they're doing something else, let them know how they can follow you and how they can find you on all your socials.
So my Instagram is Becky underscore beauty and billions. You can visit my website at www.riveting, Riveting, salon.com. And through my website, you can reach my booking. You can also find it on Style Seat. So that's about
I
it.
love it.
I need to do better with Facebook. That's kind of like my personal, but all
Right.
of those things are coming.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just before you go, there was your cousin. So look, hey cousin Marcus. And she
He's
said,
all the way in
yes.
Colorado.
Oh my God, come on, Colorado, tuning in. Sarita said, yes, I love her. It's not black and white hair, it's hair texture. She gets it. Absolutely.
Mm,
Yeah, when people say they like, oh, I only do black hair, I'm just like, baby, do you have a license? Because you sitting up there, I mean, respectfully, of course. She
she
said,
giving me
speak
a
that
humble.
education. Truth. I just want you to see these comments. Sarita, she said, sorry for your loss. Absolutely, sis. And just know, look,
Uh,
you are not alone, girl. And look, this is the thing. You never want to welcome anybody into the motherless daughters tribe, but we have to take care of each other because it can be a cold world out here. So just know you got people. We gonna be loving all up on you and getting you through, okay? Um, let's see.
Thank
She said
you.
black girl magic.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Black Girl Magic.
Rebecca, I just thank you. I know you have so much going on. Look, my girl, she traveling okay because she's booked and busy. Y'all better get on her calendar. But I just want to thank you so much for taking some time out and just talking about your journey and sharing everything with me tonight. Like you have an invaluable story to share, and I'm so thankful that you came on tonight.
Thank you so much. Peace and blessings.
Yes, talk to you soon. Okay,
Bye bye.
bye. Oh my goodness, y'all. I need y'all to get in tune.
with Rebecca. Okay. After tonight's show on our Facebook and YouTube, everything's going to be hyperlinked so that you all can go and follow her and definitely get in tune. I have to take a quick break, but when I come back, we're going to be hopping into tonight's Hate It and Love It. And if you're tuning in with me on Facebook, I'm going to keep Rebecca's information up because I mean, y'all heard her. She was dropping gems. Okay. So I want to give y'all a moment to go ahead and get in tune. So I'll be right back. See you in a minute.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Now, if you all missed my interview tonight with Rebecca Wilson, make sure that you all catch the replay, okay? And after tonight's show, make sure that you go and you follow her, step one, and then definitely go and book with her if you are in need of a hair care specialist, okay? Because she's not just styling the hair, honey. She's going to take care of your hair. Understand? Let's get into tonight's Hate It and Love It. So, y'all. Let me tell you this now. I'm going to go ahead and start off Hated It number one. We're going to go there tonight. Y'all ready to go there? This is what y'all waiting for. My number one Hated It for tonight and the kickoff is somebody lying on me. Somebody blatantly opening up their lips, pursing their lips to lie. So I'll tell you all this. I had an opportunity to catch up with someone that with one of my girlfriends. I mean, she was one of my first business sisters and mentors that I had when I launched the Blueprint Events Company. I know, right? Throwback Thursday. I had an opportunity to go and, just catch up. I'm like, let's catch up. And, naturally, there are people that I started out with on my journey. I mean, like, I'm talking about the foundation of it that I started even before when I was doing my show. And I, there's some people I talk to, some people that I don't. Things happen, time goes by, relationships dissipate. For me, I don't hold a lot of bad blood. I try to keep good energy because I want nothing but good energy around me. But needless to say, there was a name that came up. And let me tell you all this. If I wasn't the person that I was, I'd blast this person in a freaking heartbeat. But I'm like, we're not going to do that. But we're going to talk about the situation though. So this particular person came up in my interaction as I was talking and catching up with my friend. And she let me know that she didn't talk to her like that anymore. And I was like, okay, I'm like, I don't either. not like that. And for me, in my mind, it was just more of a time thing, just so much time had passed. I'm like, for me, I had to put a pause on a lot of things because I had to recognize I was the glue that was keeping a lot of relationships together. So when I stopped reaching out, when I stopped doing certain things, all of a sudden those relationships dissipated. I'm just like, okay, bye, see you later. So
we go a little bit more into the conversation. And long story short, you all, I end up finding out that this particular person who was once a friend, who was once someone that I was, extremely close with as far as in business, had gone back to my friend, in their group, and had shared some pretty disparaging things and said that I said those things. Now, anyone that knows me, first off, if you know me, you know that if I'm going to talk sugar, honey, iced tea, I'm going to talk it right to your face. If I have something to say, I'm a super direct person. So naturally, I'm sitting across from my friend and I am completely mortified at this point. I'm just like, they said what? And they said that I said what and who. And I mean, I found myself trying to gather up all the details because I could not believe that someone who I had in the inner folds of my circle and in my world, who I had thoroughly supported, had did something like that. Don't lie on people. And then this is the thing. The unfortunate part was, and it was a couple different lessons that I was able to pull from it. So although this is a hated it, there's some love it's to pull from it as well. So upon me hearing this, of course I was furious because I'm like, these are not words and representation of anything that I would say or anything that I have actually said. But the funny part about it was that, this person was a friend at one point and they had found themselves a little bit frustrated by a lack of support from, this particular group. So I would find myself when we would have conversations and they would be venting their frustrations, saying these exact same things that they tried to pose and say that I said it, that these were their thoughts. I am very big on, what, I want to be a safe space. And it's also nice to have a safe space. So if someone comes and says something to me, I'm going to check them in that situation. So whenever she would say some of these disparaging comments, I'm just like, hey, no, we can't do that. You can't talk about people like that. That's not right. That's not cool. I would say those things. But so to hear those comments coming back and they were supposed to be from my perspective, I was freaking pissed. Because this is the thing, what a lot of people have to understand when you are a business owner. And Rebecca actually just spoke on it during her time on the show today. We build our relationships. Okay. So I've been in business. I launched my first business in June of 2018. And then the Blueprint Media Company came January of 2019. That was when I shifted into media. It was a quick shift in, a quick shift out. I've prided myself on being good to people, having integrity, okay? Keeping it real and being raw and as uncut as needed, but handling people with compassion. So when I was hearing some of the things, I'm just like this person has me completely messed up. And you have me at a place where it's just like a group of people that I admire might think that I'm phony. First off, I don't care what people think, but if it's a relationship that I care about, I naturally wouldn't want anyone to think that I'm speaking negatively of them when I'm not in their presence. So my hated it have to have been that person. Like I said, if I was not who I am and if I wasn't as reformed as I am, oh baby, I'd blast you. Understand that. I understand that. And I want y'all to understand that too. And it took a lot of growth to get here because before, baby, I'm like this, I'm gonna tag you, I'm gonna do all that, I'm gonna put you out there, but there's no need to do that. When people, the funny part about it is this person kind of like pulled back from me. And see, sometimes when the snakes do that, if it's a snake that's outside in your yard and they see you walking out, they might move around, they might crawl up to you, But the thing about it is that they pulled themselves back. Okay. And rightfully so. Because when you do people wrong, most of the time if somebody do you wrong, they'll fall back. Because see, they don't know how to handle you when you are a genuine person. And I found myself all weekend reflecting on the conversation, wondering like, why would this person do that? Why would they do that? Sometimes people don't like the way that other people love you. It sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy. Sometimes people may not like the way that other people love you.
Okay. How they love on you, how they support you, how they show up for you. Okay. Be wary of the snakes in your circle is the word that I wanted to leave you all with. And in the event, because this is the thing, y'all know I say what I have to say. If they happen to be tuning in, okay, at any point, if they tune in afterwards, because I get a lot of my listeners after we have aired, I said what I said. Don't be a liar. And Sarita, I absolutely agree. She said a lie don't care who tell it. It's super unfortunate. Okay. But lying on me, that's definitely a hated it. Moving along. So I love the fact that I was able to speak with Rebecca today, and we, she was able to open up about her loss that she just suffered, and it puts me in a place as I get ready to prepare for tomorrow. Will be 12 years since my own mother has been gone, and I have been finding that lately, God has been putting me in a lot of these different situations, and allowing people to come and open up and talk to me about the different things that they're going through and that they're grieving about. I am very, very thankful, and this has got to be my love it for this week. I'm thankful that God gives me the tools so that I can be a safe space to others, and specifically when people come to me if they've experienced grief. Okay. Because I think that people, even though it's been 12 years since my mom has been gone, I've even had certain people tell me, they're like, do you even still feel like the loss real heavy of your mom being gone? And I'm like, are you on cocaine? Is it crack? Of course I feel those things. Of course I feel the loss that I've experienced, but through therapy, through all of these different positive things that I've tried to do, I've learned to better navigate it. But I'm like, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about her, that I don't go through what that process is. But I've learned to better navigate. And I thank God for giving me the tools to be able to navigate for myself, but also to be a beacon of just, help and assistance and an ear for other people that may be going through it as well. So that's the love it for the week. Okay. And then I'm going to end it with a love it. But it's going to start off as a hated it first. So with working very closely with the city of Chicago, hashtag city of Chicago, I ended up getting some information to participate in a webinar for things to prepare for special events in 2024. And so I did the call yesterday. So shout out to them. Only for them to say that the deadline for stuff that needed to be submitted was November 3rd. I'm like, baby, y'all just gave us the tools. You all just gave us the protocol. How do you expect this to turn around in 7 days? That's number one. But I will say this, because that's the hated it. The hated it is city of Chicago. Y'all have to do better and move those timelines up. Get it together. But I will say that the love it from all of that is the opportunity to be in rooms that you typically would not be in. Okay. A lot of the times it's just about having access, and it's about having exposure. Okay. Access, exposure. That's all that you need. So I'm thankful in this season to be able to be in certain rooms. I'm thankful that I've been able to make my corporate life meet my media life, and they get together and they just having like a me. Okay. I am thankful for that in this season. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay. I know I said I was going to end it with the love it, but this was another thing. And I didn't even know if I was going to bring it up, but I will. Y'all gonna stop with the body shaming out here. I am tired of it. I'm tired of the men body shaming the women. I'm tired of people body shaming those people that are at the gym and that are trying to work out and doing all that other stuff. Everybody needs to worry about their own body. Stop making comments on other people's bodies. It's not cute. It's unbecoming. It's unnecessary. It's unneeded. And that's the word that I'm going to leave y'all with tonight. Let me take a break before we get into this what would you do, because this guy that wrote in, or whatever the case is, me personally, I think he a little fool. But I want you all to be the determining factor. So I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick. And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady.
Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions. Welcome back. So look, if you all have not seen already, next week I will be one of the vendors at Queensgiving, okay? That's hosted by Be Your Own Kind and the local art studio, okay? I have been a little bit quiet when it comes to Lavish Looks by MzMetchi because realistically, baby, the blueprint is stuff been popping off with the blueprint in a good way, child. So I will say this. If y'all want to come and shop and get some of these premium deals, I'm talking about these premium deals, come and shop with me next week. I'll definitely be sharing those flyers, and make sure that you come out next. Jesus, it's so much stuff going on, right? Next week, we have the Creative Cash Flow Summit hosted by Michelle Thames. I'm really excited that I'll be attending. And I encourage you that if you are just a woman in business, an aspiring woman in business, or you trying to get your money up, you trying to get to the bag, come and meet me there, okay? We'll be at the DoubleTree, okay? We're going to be right at the DoubleTree in Alsop. There's no excuse. They have parking, honey. You don't even have to take the tolls if you don't want to. Come and get active. Let's go. Let me get into these comments real quick before we jump into tonight's What Would You Do? Y'all get a drink. Auntie Tracy, what you talking about, girl? True that. Yeah, this situation, it sounds a little sus, but let's jump into it. So, and this one was a personal submission. So yes, I'm in a bit of a situation, and I'm hoping you and your listeners can offer some advice. Here's my predicament. My old lady and I have been together for over 2 years. He said old lady. And I, when he sent them, I was like, is this the older man? And yeah, so my old lady and I have been together for 2 years. We recently had a situation pop off during our movie night. While I ran to the kitchen for some popcorn, I left my phone behind on the table. A message flashed from Sam with a kissy emoji, an old friend saying, last night was amazing. When can we meet again? For context, my friend and I had merely met for a catch-up dinner. No strings attached, but I never mentioned it to my girl. She immediately looks at my phone and catches an attitude. I can totally see how that message seems misleading. Now imagine being in her shoes and then think about my position, unaware of what her reaction will be. It's been as cold as ice since that message came up, and I'm not quite sure how to handle it. Should I tell my girl about the dinner that I had with Sam and explain the situation and just put it out there first? Should I wait to see if my girl brings it up and then clarify? Should I talk to my friend and ask her to clarify the situation for my girl? Should I give my girl some space to process? I'm not sure what to do. I'm hoping she will approach me when she's ready. What would you do? Oh. Okay, this is the thing. Let's keep it 100. Okay, let's keep it 1,000. Why you ain't tell her in the first place that you was going to the dinner? Question. Why did you tell her?
Guys be messing up. Let me go ahead. Let me put the guys on some game real quick, okay? Be honest. No one is trying to police you, okay? We are not the police. Your girlfriend is not the police. Your wife is not the police, okay? Say something. Say something. Like, okay, for me, there has to be a level of transparency as far as I'm concerned, because for one, the industry that I'm in, everything, if I'm going to be around males, that is something that absolutely needs to be talked about in my house. I have to mention it. Kim, okay, those that are just tuning in, you guys want to recap? Okay. The guy, him and his girl, been together for 2 years. They were having movie night. He goes to get some popcorn. A girl named Sam's kissy lips. That's the kissy lips is next to her name. She pops up on a message saying, "Last night was amazing. When can we meet again?" He clarified that he only went to dinner with a friend, but he didn't tell his girlfriend. Now, she's been as cold as ice since the situation. He's trying to figure out, should he bring it up? Should he wait for her to bring it up? I will tell you this, sir. If you wait until she brings it up, bombs over Baghdad, honey. It's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation. Where my liquor at? I need some liquor. I'm still trying to get back to the fact of why you didn't say nothing. But let's focus on what you need help on. So he wants to know if he should confess about the dinner. Yeah. This is the thing. The longer that you go without saying something, the worse it looks. You should have said something right then and there as soon as you came back. Like, oh, I forgot to tell you. Yesterday, I went out to eat. See, that's what I was talking about in my Hated and Love It, y'all. Like, I'm a little bit too trill because for me, I'm gonna bring it up whether if I'm his girl or if I was him. I'm gonna say something. Like, even if I did, like, say, because this is the thing, what I have come to know and what I've had to understand, even even in my own dynamic is that things come up. So there's not gonna always be things that are like set out in stone. Like, I'm a schedule girl. Things are on a schedule. I do have some spontaneity, but for the most part, my life, I try to keep it very structured. I have no other choice. But I learned that that's not the case for everybody, right? It's not. But even if it came up like, hey, you know what? I got off work. My friend was like, oh, boop, boop, boop. Are you in the city? It's going to come up at some point. He made it awkward by knowing that she saw it and didn't say nothing. Like, as soon as you came back to your phone and you saw that Sam text you, you should have been like me. You're asking what would I do? What would I do is as soon as I came back to my phone and saw, boop, this person has messaged me, hey, you know what? Yesterday I forgot to tell you that, after work I went and grabbed a drink with my friend. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, and she, just he just messaged me and was like, oh, it was great catching up. Very easy. You could have mitigated any type of thing and not be sitting here with this anxiety. Kim, let me get into your comments. She said he definitely needs to bring it up. She's going to burn his stuff waiting on her to address it. I'm understanding that guys don't like confrontation. They don't like that. Like, girls don't like it either. It's just a thing. People don't like confrontation. Kim said, very much too true for these modern men. LOL. Girl. Kim. We are too trill for these. Oh, I'm laughing, y'all. Oh my gosh, my best friend. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand. All I can do is laugh, baby. We are too trill. We're too trill. Okay? Okay. Kim said it's always those Sams. Oops. She was just texting. He claims that she was just texting to say she had a good time. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even about to stunt. Now, for me, Kim, stop. I'm reading the comments on the side. I can't read. saying with a kissy face? Right, cuz, do you hear this buffoonery? She said, don't start that laughing. Y'all, I have to tell y'all something that's been going on with me. This is a quick side note for tonight's What Would You Do? Where my fan at? Baby, let me tell you how I have been going into these laughing spells, y'all. Like as I get older, oh y'all, gosh, I become so tickled at stuff. I'm getting hot. I become so tickled that I literally like laugh. Oh my gosh, I laugh so hard. And it's about to start. I can't look at no more comments from Kimberly. Kim, don't comment no more. Because if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay, getting back to it. For me, I would not be mad if they went out to eat. Okay, if you went and you fellowshipped, okay, I wouldn't be. That's not a problem for me. Again, like when I and I will say this, my relationship now, with my husband, that was when I learned, the and understood that there are that I came into their friend group when we started dating, and there were already girls that, I mean, these they had known each other since grammar school, high school. So naturally, I'm the new kid on the block. It's like, hey, these are our friends. These are our people. We look out for each other. So, I was thankful that they brought me into the loop. I don't care about that. It's like, you're going to have friends. Hell, the person that hooked us up was a girl, like, I mean, I'm just like, hey girl, thank you. Thank you for introducing me to my man. Thank you to my man. So I don't care about that. My problem would have been, why you got a kissy face next to her? Baby, is it a friend that you used to smash? Did you used to smash her? But see, and that's the thing. People don't be ready for that level of realness. So his girl should have been asking the question as soon as the text message popped up. Because I would have been like this. Had a good time last night. You had an amazing time last night. What? Boy, what you talking about? She said she gonna be quiet. Kim, no, you can talk. I ain't gonna laugh like that. I'm not. I'm trying to get my little braids together. Oh, y'all don't even understand. I'll just be feeling so little. So I'm just, it's like when you cute, when you real cute. Kim, she said, Sarita, I lost my mom at 5. And Sarita, I didn't want to go over that. I saw she said she lost her mom at 9. Yeah, it's another quick side note. And you all know tomorrow will be 12 years since my mom has been gone. I lost her when I was 23. And I just I can never complain. Even when I talk to my best friend Kim, I'm just like, to suffer such a loss so early. My goodness, like we are some strong women. We are strong women. We are strong ladies. The motherless daughters, honey. We are strong. It's a different breed. It's like, baby, you don't want to join that club. This is not the babysitters club. This is not the club you want to be a part of. But you just like, you kind of get inducted into it, and it's like, hey, I'm here. And it happens at weird times. So I love all of you ladies, and I'm sending all of my love out to you all. No, Kim, I want you to talk. I want you to talk. I'm just joking. Auntie Tracy said, well, you found what you're looking for. And since she was looking, she would address right then. Well, this is the thing, Auntie Tracy. No, he left his phone and it just popped up. So she was not actively looking through that man's phone. It popped up. It popped up. I personally would have said something right then and there if I was her. But he's trying to see what he should do. It's like, stand up. Stand up. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Adults, and I say this to y'all every week for the What Would You Do, but for real, communication is key, okay? But as adults, or whatever the case is, as a full-grown man, as a full-grown woman, you should not be afraid to stand up and advocate for yourself at any point with anybody, especially if it's somebody that you're in a relationship with and you are sleeping with them. Stand up, okay? Stand up for yourself. I hate to see it. I hate to see a backbone get broken. Revive yourself. Set it down. Post it up. Tape it up. Duct tape it. White it out. Whatever you got to do. Stand up. You know you did something that was foul and that was facetious in the first place. You put a kissy lips next to her, whatever the case is. Everyone heard Usher's song, Good Kisser. Okay. Was she servicing you at some point? Just a friend that you used to sleep with? See, the problem is that people don't be wanting to say stuff because they want to avoid having hard conversations. They want to avoid it. They want to avoid it. They don't want to be, they don't want to have to be accountable for their stuff. That is why men and women, because women do it too, will hide from conversations because you don't want the questions that's going to come after that. Because for me, it would have just been like, oh, you went out, you're going out with your friend or whatever, or like, who is this Sam that's got the kissy face next to her name? What's up with that? Oh, that's just a friend. Yeah, the text popped up and said last night was amazing. When can we meet again? So is this a friend that to me, if I'm in a relationship with you, that's not an odd question. That is me advocating for myself because it's just like, baby, let me know what type of relationship we have and what's popping. Because this is the thing, 2023 is a whole different breed of people, okay? It's a whole different breed, a whole different generation. People are doing relationships so differently. They are moving well away from the traditional type of ways that they're handling relationships. So it's like, baby, is Samantha doing you? Do I need to call up somebody else? Do I need to call up this man? Some of the girls are city girls out here. So what is it? He didn't want to have that conversation. So now you're forced to have a conversation because if you think that it's over with it, or even if it does dissipate, if you think that this is not going to cause turmoil for you down the line, you a fool. Let me get into this. Kim said, agreed. I would have definitely said something. Yeah, I would have definitely said something. Me too. She said, see, there you go. I'm not going to start laughing tonight. I don't have it in me to, I can't. Oh, Kim put stand up. Stand up. Stand up, sir. Say what you need to say. Auntie Tracy said, well, how she see it. Auntie Tracy, listen to me here, okay? My old lady and I have been together for 2 years. We recently had a situation pop off during our movie night. While I ran to the kitchen for some popcorn, I left my phone behind on the table. A message flashed from Sam with a kissy face, a lip emoji. An old friend saying, last night was amazing. When can we meet again? So it flashed on his screen. That's how they saw it. He left his phone on the table. Kim said, get it back in blood to the girlfriend. Bye, Kim. I'm taking that comment off of the screen. I can't. This is why Kim, she finna be on punishment. She finna be on Blueprint Live punishment because I can't. I have to fan myself. First off, because it's hot. I'm hot. Y'all got me hot talking about this. I'm like, stand up, sir. For me, I think I don't like. I was just having a conversation earlier, and I'm like, I talked about at the time when I felt like I didn't have a voice, right? Like I just wouldn't talk or really open up and say what I needed to say or get things off of my chest. I was having that conversation. And so sometimes when I get these what would you do's and we kind of go through them, it angers me when people are literally sitting on like their raw emotions and things that they feel and they're not advocating for themselves in that moment. Now, I would say this, while I do, the struggle is going to always be real when you have become this person that's like, now you're speaking up for yourself and you're advocating for you. It's scary, right? It's a tough place to be in, but it's very necessary. And if you're going to be choosing somebody to be in your life, you got to be able to keep it real with them. Things are going to come up. And and I tell people all the time, I literally have this conversation. I'm like, the longer that you are with somebody, the more boundaries are pushed. Ooh, you're like, where is that coming from? You evolve. You're not the same person that you were before. By a long shot. Kim is acting up tonight. She is. And I love that for us. I love that. So in this situation, to round up tonight's what would you do?
yes, you need to say something. You need to say something. You need to mention it. And and the best advice that I can give you is to just mention it matter of factly. Hey, I forgot to tell you that yesterday evening I stopped by and I had dinner with one of my friends. We caught up. I forgot to say something to you. She actually just texted me tonight, or she texted me whenever the exchange was, when you know for sure that your girl saw the text. I would say, yeah, she actually texted me at blah 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 time. To just tell me that she had a good time or whatever the case is. My bad, I didn't get a chance to tell you. I'll have to get us all together, next time she's back in town or when she's got another off day, and we're all going to meet together and we'll go out. Okay. That's how you kind of jump in front of it. But the best thing to do is to be completely honest from the jump, right? Just be honest. It's okay. It's really okay. Remember, your significant other should not be like the police. I'm only gonna get to investigating, which baby, I don't even do that no more. I'm like, look, you just need to call or do something, because I'm like, I don't have the time. We too old to be running up after grown folks. But it's just like, stand up, sir. Say something. If you wait for her to bring it to you, you have done a great level of damage to your relationship. So don't wait for her to do it to you, okay? Now, Lynn, look, what did she say? Wonder if Sam knows he's in a committed relationship. Cuz, I'm with you when you accurate, okay? And that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's like, you've been with your girl for 2 years. Does she know? Does Sam know this? Why does Sam have a lip emoji? Like, for me, that's weird. I don't have for one, I'm not saving my male friends in my phone with emojis next to them. You are not my man. I do not go with you. You don't go with me. I don't need to have anything next to your name. I don't. I'm just going to have your name and your phone number. Yeah, that's it. I don't think, she may not know. And I bet you they did something back in the day, but I have to get some more context. Kim said, Lynn, I bet she don't. That woman probably don't know. But then she may know. And it may have just been an innocent message. But last night was amazing. It's like, what was amazing about it? I have questions. I'm going to try to get a little bit more feedback. Let me see. Tracy said, guys do codes. Yeah. They'll be like this. I got your back to the end, bro. I'm here to help you navigate all the BS and buffoonery you doing to your girl. I got you. On my mans and them. That's all I have for tonight's What Would You Do? That's all. That's the only advice. I told y'all it sounded fool, right? I told y'all I was like this. I said, this what would you do tonight? It sounded a little bit like he doing some stuff, but I have to go ahead and pay some bills real quick. But when I come back, I have tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. And we got a lot to unpack tonight, because I feel like it's a little bit too much going on. So stay right there and I'll be right back.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl MzMetchi, and it's time to get into tonight's what's happening, what's up in the streets. I'm just all jibber jabber da 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 today. Like, what the hell is going on? What's really going on? Okay. Let me see. Auntie Tracy said change the names to throw us off, please. Bye, Auntie Tracy. Okay, so look, I'm gonna start y'all off with a funny story. There's a 50-year-old man. He is known as a gastojeta. Because y'all, he has dined and dashed, but check out, he's dined and dashed well over 20 times. He's from Lithuania, okay? Check out how he does it though. He does it by faking heart attacks. Y'all, he will go and order up meals, okay? He got caught, okay? By trying to fake a heart attack. In Spain, though, baby, what you doing? What? So you not just gonna walk out on the bill. You got to have a whole health scene and a whole health scare, baby. What's happening in the streets? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move along. Let me go up. So what y'all think about Brian McKnight changing his name to his most recent son's name? Brian McKnight don't really like his kids like that, allegedly. That's what it's seeming like, right? What's up with that? Isn't that weird? Like it's like his first family, he like, nah, they don't exist no more. You know, the sad part about it is that there's Brian McKnights and people like that are walking amongst you right now. Walking amongst you. Baby, they done went over and they taking care of the second set of kids better than they taking care of the first set of kids. I'm like, how you forget about your first set of babies? They was the first ones that came from you. They were your first legacies, your firstborn. Brian McKnight, what's good, baby? What's up? You ain't gonna try to fix it? Kurt Franklin and when he fixed his stuff, everybody is fixing their stuff with their sons and their daughters. Y'all over here showing love. I appreciate it. Send me some love too. I love y'all. Yeah, Sarita said it definitely gets harder. My heart is with you. Can't say my heart goes out to you too. I love y'all. Kim said Brian is a terrible human at this point. Oh my gosh. I had to take an extra little sip on that, baby. It's real unfortunate. And like I said, we have Brian McKnights that walk around us consistently. They will ignore one set of children. I mean, I can remember growing up and some of my parents' friends. I'm just like, oh, who are these new sets of kids? Where are your other kids? Are you ever gonna pick them up? You're in the city this week. Are you gonna go by and see them? How are we at their graduations and all of their special events and you aren't there? Poppy, go take care of your kids. Acknowledge your kids, please. Moving along. So something that I saw, hold on, wait, Lynn, what did you say? He needs what? How dog? Oh my gosh, girl, he needs something. He needs somebody, something, some medicines. He needs something. Because I'm like, baby, you can't do that to the children. Not the children, okay? But moving along though. So The Rock, I love the fact that he looked at his wax figure at the Madame Tussauds Museum and he was like, hell to the no. Y'all, why did they make The Rock? The Rock, okay? Y'all know The Rock. You smell what The Rock is cooking, all of that. They made him a whole white man. I'm like, so y'all made his wax figure, but made him look like Vin Diesel. If you wanted Vin Diesel, you probably should have maybe gone to Vin Diesel.
he has them working it and getting it done over again. Now, let me tell you all this. I was so excited when I went to Vegas for the first time to go to the Madame Tussauds Museum. I'm like, I want to go. I'm like, oh my gosh. And baby, when I tell you I got up in there and it was probably like 2 seconds long. It was so short. It was such a short. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm confused on what I'm like. Is this the end? I'm like, did we miss a turn? I kid you not. Y'all can ask Anthony. I was like this. I was like, did we miss something? Should we go back? I'm like, I think maybe it was a door we didn't go through or a little hallway. Biggest waste of time. But at the end of the day, although they did The Rock wrong, I felt like they also did Lil Wayne wrong too. I think he should be going for a revision as well. Because they made him look like an alien. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Kim said the wax figure looked whiter than rice, baby. Laughing my ass off. It was white. It was as white as snow. I was just like this. I was like, The Rock is more of like a caramel color. Like if you took a Twix and you broke it open, it's like, that's The Rock. I'm like, don't do The Rock like that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, y'all like it. I'm giving shoulders tonight. Shoulders. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay. That's me singing my nephew's little songs. His little song, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah, they need to make a juke song off of that personally, but don't get me started. Ken said he does look like an alien though. Yeah, the one for Lil Wayne definitely looked horrible. Now I don't know if I have any basketball wife fans in the chat tonight, but I'm sure that you all have been keeping up if you are a fan for British Williams and her fraud case. Okay, they this week sentenced her to 4 years in prison for fraud. Y'all better stop trying to live like the Joneses and live outside of your means. Kim, I'm not going to allow you to say that. Kim acting up in these comments. I want to tell y'all. Auntie Tracy said, laughing my butt off. Kim said, Lil Wayne ain't cute, so they did right. Bye, Kimberly. Bye. Good night. But yeah, they gave British Williams 4 years. They gave her 4 years. It locked up. And you know what? The thing about it is that, okay, yes, she did fraud. She did all of that. But I'm like, they didn't do the dude from Pretty Ricky like that. Baby Blue. They didn't do Baby Blue like that. He did fraud too. He was getting the PPPs and buying like Lambos and stuff, allegedly, of course. And we're heavy on the allegedly, okay? We're not accusing nobody of nothing. I don't have them people's accounts. But I just thought it was kind of wild. So she's about to do that. But the first thing that I thought about was her child. That her child has to be without their parent over fraud. Okay. And even Rebecca and I were talking about it earlier in our interview. People are out here scamming. They are scamalicious out here. It's ridiculous. And I see y'all popping in and out on the live or whatever the case is. Just make sure before you go, you share it up and drop those businesses in the comments. Let me get this. Let me get these prompts up here so that y'all know. Drop those businesses, please and thanks. It's needed, okay? But moving along. So y'all pray for her as she does her 4-year bid, okay? Now, this is something that I was happy to see. And I actually cannot wait to read this personally. And I don't care what you guys say, so screw y'all before I say it. Britney Spears just recently celebrated the highest selling celebrity memoir in history. Here she is. Even in all of the things that Britney Spears has had going, she is still out here making some noise and doing big things. I love music. Let me be clear. So when I say that, y'all know I like my booty shaking stuff. I like to twerk a little bit. I like trap music. You would think I was a whole gangster in here if you listen to my playlist. But I love me some Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, John Mayer, all of them, baby. I could name it down. Avril Lavigne, everything. I like all types of music. And Britney Spears being one, I feel like she really paved the way for the girlies in the pop and alternative lane. And she had been getting a bad rap because she shared about how things happened with the demise of her and Justin Timberlake's relationship, and The fact that she had to terminate a pregnancy because he wasn't ready to be a dad, and everybody was just climbing down her throat. I saw all of the headlines, even when I was off, of how they were trying to drag this woman for sharing her story. And I'm like, look, y'all put Britney Spears through enough. She cut off all her damn hair at one point, that because she was going through so much being in the spotlight like that. She deserves to tell her story. And my cousin, she just put on here, hold on, she said she is on the bestsellers list. I am so happy for her. Do you understand? I'm so happy for her. Kim, she said they do have a trap head, shoulders, knees, and toes done by Gracie's Corner. I'm gonna have to check that out, and I'm gonna have to play it for my nephew. Thank you for sharing that. Kim also added that book is probably phenomenal. Hit me, baby, one more time. Her memoir is actually entitled "The Woman in Me," and I am excited to read it. I mean, I want to read hers. I do want to read Will Smith's book as well as Jada Pinkett's book. I've got some things on my list. I actually can't wait until it gets cold. And things, all of these damn events start calming down. Cause baby, I feel like I literally been telling people, I'm like, baby, I've been on tour. Okay. I've been out here, but I'm ready to sit down, and I love to read. I love to get into things like that. And I'm really interested in hearing her story from her perspective, because I think that the media and a lot of people, they've kind of painted her in a way where it's just like, and it shouldn't be like that. Y'all better back up off Britney Spears, period. Mary Washington's book. Okay, come on now. Look, put me on to the different books, cuz. Hold on, I want to put this on the screen. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Now, a couple that we have been tired of hearing about, but they're going to continue to keep making news. The whole Blueface and Jaden and Krishan debacle. My God. It's something every week. But this week, Blueface proposed to Jaden. Kerry Washington. I was wondering, was it Kerry Washington? Because I was like this. Yeah. Keita said, I'm sick of him. Hey, sis. Y'all make sure y'all go and follow Get Fit with Nick. Okay. Y'all better do it. So look, I'm tired of hearing about Blueface and them, but he did propose. And the only thing that I noticed, and I just want to drop a piece of advice for anybody that's out there. If you're going to propose to your girl or do whatever, please make sure that you get her ring size. Get her ring size. Don't go out here and buy your girl no ring and you don't know what her ring size is, okay? Okay. But congratulations to them. What I have to recognize, because sometimes I look at their situation, all three of them with everything, and I find myself, I can get a little bit of a critical eye, right? I'm like, you guys are so lame. Why are you doing this? But then I have to understand that is that young love, but they bringing kids in. That's the only thing. It's not just one love and we just running in this triangle like that. They are not Peter Guns, Amina Butterfly, and the other lady. Y'all remember her from Love and Hip Hop. They not them, okay? They a little bit younger. So it's like you want to give them grace, but I'm sure tired. I'm tired of hearing about this story. And I wonder for Jaden if she is going to have to deal with some of the same shenanigans that she's been dealing with not being his wife. Because it's like, when you're young like that and then they already got such a rocky and tumultuous relationship, it's like, do you really even know what you are getting yourself into? Do you know what you are tying yourself into? And my whole thing is, me personally, I wouldn't want to take nobody's hand in marriage. It's like, baby, if you ain't never did right by me, if you always been out here for the street, get somebody else to do it. Moving along. Oh yes, Peter Guns, Amina, and Tara. That love triangle. Auntie Tracy also dropped another tip, and make sure you can see the diamond. Yeah, you could see the diamond on there, but you could see that her ring finger was the only one that was like visibly like red. And that's what happens if there's not any blood flow to your finger. If it's too small. Gentlemen, get your girl's ring size, okay? So another thing in the news is that Republicans are pressing the DC mayor to rename the Black Lives Matter Plaza, okay? If you all know that entire street, that entire plaza is it has Black Lives Matter on the street. Okay, it has caused a lot of chaos, calamity, and confusion in that area. Okay, and Republicans are trying to push for them to go ahead and paint it back black. Honey, they like, look, we're done. We're done. It was very much so a spectacle, even when they were getting it all together and in the midst of painting it. I hope that the DC mayor keeps it, but I'm petty, and my name is MzMetchi. So that is all that I have for you all tonight on what's happening, what's up. Okay. If you all have any other stories, drop them in the comments, because y'all know I always go back and I always like to read what you all share with me. So make sure you do that. I have to take a quick break, and then we are getting into tonight's topic. Okay. The topic is the first date debate, honey. I need to know. I want to know from the girlies. I want to know from the guys. How are you all feeling about everything that's surrounded? Like now it's certain places that you can't take the girls. It's certain places the girls don't want to go. The guys that came up with a list of women that they shouldn't date. And basically, if they followed this list all the way 100%, it seemed like they just gonna be dating men. But you didn't hear that from me, though. I'm only giving you all a little bit of the tea. So when we come back, we are having the great first date debate, okay? Because I need a little bit more insight. I need to know. So I'll be right back. See you on the field.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the...
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic. We are having the great first date debate. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So grab your cocktails. Now, it all started from a video from this woman who was completely ludicrous. Let me start by saying that. And that's not allegedly. I think we can all agree. So this guy, he picks her up from her house. She's on her way. They're going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. She then goes into, oh, I can't go to the Cheesecake Factory. I know, she starts going into this whole tangent about how she can't, even be caught in having a date at the Cheesecake Factory. So grim. Okay. So in response to that, okay, there was a guy that put out a survey, and he named these places, and I want to name them off to you. Here's a list of places that women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. Okay. And he wanted to put out a thank you to all the ladies that said it. So here it goes. It's about 28. So listen quick. Cheesecake Factory being number 1. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, a hookah bar, a bar just for drinks, the Waffle House, and any type of sporting events. My question,
when did dating become so rigid? I mean, I felt like that they kind of listed some of my favorite spots. Now, I agree. There are a couple on here that I agree maybe should not be the first date. So I don't think it should be at your house. Because we're not on that level. Okay. We're getting to know one another. Let me talk to you first to even see if I want to come to your home like that. Like let me get to know you a little bit. Any fast food chain, I agree. Like, I definitely am not trying to meet up with you at the McDonald's play place to have some chicken nuggets and a McFlurry. Okay. And then of course, family functions. I think that kind of goes without saying. And yeah, I mean, I understand like the IHOPs and different things like that, but what y'all got against the Cheesecake Factory? I thought the Cheesecake Factory was decent. I mean, I don't know. I've been out of the dating loop for so long. I guess maybe I don't know what the girlies are requiring, but I'm like, I thought the cheesecake was pretty good. Cheesecake Factory. When did everything become so like, oh, I can't go here? So hoity-toity. Like, what? Let's be real. Who made these standards? I'm like, because if y'all listening to Carisha and them, baby, yeah, this might be their list. This might be the list of the city girls and the celebrities and different things like that. But your regular ass, pardon my language, baby, what? I can understand I want to do fast food. I get that. I get it. 100%. 100%. But when we talk about some of the other places that was listed, I'm like, what y'all got against Olive Garden? I love me a good tour of Italy. I do. Let me drink some water. Oh, Lynn. My cousin being bad. She said, find out where Sam went. She had a great time with a kissy face. LOL. Girl. Cuzzo. They not ready for where Sam and them went. I believe respectfully, and y'all cover y'all ears if y'all want it. I believe that guy from the What Would You Do took Sam to Pound Town. That's where they went. That's what was so amazing about the night. It definitely wasn't the food. Moving along. Now, the guys responded. The group, men, they got together and they said they made a list of women that you should not take on a date. Okay, so they just like this. They like, forget this list that y'all talking about. This is the list. Now they put 21, and this one gonna hit a little bit. Single mothers, women with tattoos, women who dress thotty in public, sex workers, which my friend and I just had a conversation last night about how we don't like that word. Okay, women with an IG page, women with non-ear piercings, women with purple hair or any other unnatural color, women with hoe friends, models who market to men, women who travel regularly, women who drink liquor regularly, women with weak/absentee fathers, women who live alone, women with a party voice, women on dating apps, women who have been on Fresh and Fit. What is that? Women who make lists, women who have been engaged, divorcees, American Black women, and women raised in the West. Damn. The guys went real critical with their list on who you shouldn't take on a first date. I'm like, do y'all want to date dudes? Because some of these things on here, like, I'm just like this. I'm just like, okay, has an IG page. I'm just like, I'm automatically undateable. Women in debt with tattoos. Like, I'm like, I've got like 6 or 7 of those. What do you do? When, like, what? Women who travel regularly? What? Come on now. Come on now. See, Auntie Tracy even recognizes how ludicrous it is. It's ridiculous. Leah said those men will be dating each other. Them men, like, they must like each other. Because I'm like, you named a great percentage of the population. And it's just like, how you gonna get mad if she on a dating app? And then the fact that they made a special statement to say American Black women. This is the thing. I have been out of the I've been out of the dating loop for a while. I mean, oh my goodness, July made 12 years since Anthony and I started dating. So naturally I've been completely off the scene. But I can remember back in the day, that it was really about getting to know someone, right? And to be completely honest, and we tell people all the time, I'm just like, hey, when me and him met one another, we didn't have two damn pennies to rub together. Okay. We didn't have anything. The struggle was real. Both just trying to find our way. I was a senior in college. It was a lot of different things. So naturally, I want to say one of our first dates was, if I remember correctly, um oh my gosh, and I would have to ask him, but I remember one of the first places that we went out to was like this little taco spot that was near his father's home, and we're talking about like $5 margaritas, $2 tacos. Like, definitely went and probably spent a whopping $27 up in there. Okay, but the first time that we actually linked, we actually sat on his uncle's roof and like talked for a very, very long time. Just talked sugar honey iced tea, may have had some liquor, like whatever, just to really set it right. But it was like, it was a chance to really key in and get to know each other, And even when we went on like our first dates or whatever the case is, it was, there wasn't places of like stature like that, And then eventually I'm like, okay, let's step this up, But yes, did we go to IHOP? Did we go to Leona's? Did we go to all of these places? Hell yeah. Okay. Because we did not have much. We was in our early 20s, college, struggling. The struggle was real. Okay. But it was about getting to know each other. And I just don't know where that part of the dating got, and some of these ladies go out just for a free meal. It's giving tacky. Hey, Tanya, she said these dudes, fear comes in many forms. And apparently they fear women because, I mean, they list that they made, they didn't want to do anything. My whole thing is, ladies, stop being so rigid. If somebody is meeting you for the first time, they are not obligated to spend a ton of money on you the first time that they see you. Like, y'all gotta get the city girls out of y'all head. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Y'all are not dating Diddy. Diddy's not in y'all inbox. Get realistic. Get realistic. So you don't want to go bowling. You don't want to do nothing that's interactive. You drink Starbucks every day, but you don't want to go and do that. It's like you build up to things. Nobody is obligated to do anything for you or to treat you to a great experience. Maybe if you want to go and eat Ruth Chris, or you want to go, what about the girl that ate? Oh my goodness, y'all. I think she ate 4 dozen oysters. 4 dozen oysters. When I saw it, I saw the video, and I mean, she was making a video as she was on a date with this guy. He got up and told her he was going to the bathroom, and he walked away. I get it. Guys, y'all don't be wanting to get taken advantage of either. I get it. I'm kind of neutral on all of this. Yes, ladies, you deserve a nice experience or whatever the case is. You do. But when you just meeting that man or whatever the case is, you can let him know. If he comes to you and he just like this, hey, you want to go and grab some ice cream? Just be like, we can go this time. I'm more of a dinner girl. The dessert, it's good, but yeah. This is the thing. You don't have to just jump off the window all of a sudden. And then you'll get some of the girlies that'll say, well, nah, if you let them start off like that, that's how they're going to treat you. You don't have to deal with nobody that's treating you subpar. You don't. You can set the tone for all of the relationships that you're in, but the initial link up and doing stuff like that should be about getting to know like the essence of the person. What are they looking for? At the end of the day, if I was a guy, I don't know if I want to go and have a dinner with you that's $250 and up, and you probably can't even say a sentence coherently, or you got this and this and this going on, or whatever the case is. I may not want to deal with you. So I get the guy's perspective. Or you get the girls that it's just like, she gonna take a picture of everything except for the dude she on a damn date with. Y'all are not entitled to this. You're not entitled to it. Auntie Tracy said I would have exit stage left. He did. She ate 4 dozen oysters. I'm like, somewhere on God's green earth, that couldn't even be healthy. He left her with the bill. Yeah, because this is the thing. He invited her out for a drink. That was the one for that video.
But the first guy from the video that kind of sparked this whole debate about the Cheesecake Factory being a bad place, he told her that he was going to drop her off at home. And then she was trying to backpedal. You could see on the video, she was trying to backpedal because she went on live and put his face out there and put him on blast. And I'm like, baby, you childish. You didn't even have to do all of that. I want y'all to tell me where are some places that you wouldn't want somebody to take you out on a date to. As for me, yeah, no, it's some places that no, we can't go. No, I'm not going to your house. No, you know, I would rather not go to a club. I don't want to go to the movies because I actually want to talk to you, and get to know you a little bit better. So, you know, I would say for me, I wouldn't want to go to a place that's not conducive where you can have conversation. But bowling and doing all that other stuff, yeah. It's not a big deal for me. Let me get into these comments. She said the 4 Ds. 4 dozen. Oh yeah, she had 4 dozen. Hope she had her credit card. Yeah, they had some type of special. I think it was like $15 for a dozen of oysters or whatever case is, which isn't bad. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find that. Lynn said she had to use the bathroom before she paid the bill. Yeah, I'm like, girl, 4 dozen? You went and ate $60 worth of oysters. One thing, it was never that serious. Never that serious. It was never that serious. So in this situation, I just feel like I would love to see for dating, for things to kind of go a little bit more like how it used to be. Go to get to know the essence of the person and not go based off the merit of what they are spending on you at that particular time. Stop going for free meals. If you're not interested, stop accepting the dates. Just stop. Because this is the thing. I want to read a status that my girlfriend, she actually shared with me, or she shared on her page rather. Hold on, let me go to her page. And I just felt like that it was so perfect for this conversation. So hold on, let me try to find it. Where is it at? Hold on. But she shared it today. I literally just saw it and I was like, The comment was this: anywhere is a date when a woman loves being around you. Baby, I will take you back 12 years, okay? Baby, if he came and picked me up and we was riding to Walmart to go and get some groceries, it's a date. I'm just trying to be in the passenger seat. I'm trying to be with you. Anywhere is a date when it's really somebody that you rocking with. The girlies that came up with this list, that's the list for the dudes that they don't really like. But they gonna go and spend his money because they're hungry. They're hungry. The girlies are hungry. So they have to give a list for the guys that was gonna actually be taking them out. But let me tell you, that one guy, the guy that ain't really nothing, he don't want nothing from him. He a little bit of a narcissist. He gaslight her a lot. He be cheating and doing all types of stuff. He could call her and tell her he was taking her to Bozo's hot dogs, and she would hop up and put her shoes on so quick because she like them. That list was made for the dudes that the girlies don't really like. And that list that the guys made is for the that is for the ladies, you know, to give a warning to the ladies that they really like guys. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Needless to say, y'all have to stop being so rigid in dating. Don't mess around and miss out on miss out on a guy, or miss out on a girl or whatever the case is because of these stupid lists. Y'all be letting people that ain't never even had no long-term relationships send y'all off. Stop. Stop it. Stop letting these people send you off and tell you what you need to be doing and what you need to be accepting. Because half of these people that be getting on here on these social medias and everything, giving unsolicited advice and talking about what they would and wouldn't do, have settled for less. Understand? Okay. And that's why I'm gonna leave tonight's topic. I gotta pay some bills real quick, but when I come back, we're gonna close out with the quote of the night. Okay, we're gonna close out with the quote of the night. Be right back.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. If you haven't already, make sure that you have dropped those businesses in the comments for me. Whatever you all have going on, there is a GoFundMe link that's here. Hello, Bossum. Thank you so much for tuning in and dropping the link. Thank you so much. Drop those comments. Drop them in the comments. I definitely want to connect with you if somebody needs what you have to offer, okay? But to close out for tonight's show, here's the quote. You are the author of your own story. If you don't like where this chapter is going, it's okay to start a new one. I saw that one actually at the top of this week, and I said, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is perfect to share with everyone. We all have chapters that we go through. We have chapters that we don't like to read out loud. But it's okay to start anew. And I tell you all the time, make sure that you have a strong tribe, have people in your corner, have those safe spaces so that even when you are in the midst of a chapter that you may not be particularly fond of, you have a way to push through that and really put the pen to the paper and start over, okay? You are not stuck in any place, situation that you have going on. You can rewrite that chapter at any time, okay? You can rewrite the entire book, baby. You can switch over to a whole different thing. The world is literally yours, okay? So I just wanted to share that information with you all. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. And make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi, of course, on everything. Just all you got to do is type me in, baby, and I'm right there, okay? It's giving right there, okay? And come shop with me. Come shop with me at the BYOK Queensgiving that's coming up. And then also catch me next week at the Creative Cash Flow Summit. I'm really excited because next week, you all know, I love my boys, Chai's Up, and they are coming back next week to talk about their new project that's coming out. They have a concert coming up. So many amazing things are happening, and I just want to give a special shout out to my good friend Jason. Okay, y'all know him, Dos Lotto, Chai's Up. Okay, when I tell you, I'm not even gonna repeat the story. Y'all know how close Chai's Up is to me and to the Blueprint Live, the Blueprint Media Company, everything. And they are probably some of my biggest supporters in terms of artists that support me and that rock with me the whole way. Like, I love being on there, just a part of they family and getting the inside and getting the exclusives of the music. I freaking love it. And I'm so excited to have them back on next week. Come and talk a little sugar honey iced tea with me, honey. We're going to have a good time. Okay. I want to thank my special guest, Rebecca Wilson, for coming on. You all make sure that you follow her on Facebook, her personal page, and then make sure that you're following her on Instagram at, let me go back because I want to give you all the exact information. I want to put that on the bottom. She is on Instagram at Becky_Beauty and Billions. Okay. And then you all can, of course, book her services at rivetingsalon.com. Okay. It has been a great show and I love y'all. Have a great weekend. I mean, I don't know if you all are getting into any festivities as we break into fall, but I hope and wish you nothing but peace and love for the rest of the week and through the weekend. Okay. Bye, y'all. Bye.